Hello ladies and gents, welcome on back to Underspace. And in this episode, this is where we're going to wind up. We're going to be running the mission, the Master of Wormholes. We got some crazy shizite to happen. Little combat, little this, little action for you. Let's get into it. And I just flew out. I mean, I literally just flew out. It's all good. We'll swing back around in. Yeah, stuff's gonna get spicy. Come back to the bar. A change of plan. I have disappointed you, Cardos. You were promised a meeting with your friend Lorne. You cannot arrange one. The Union has stepped up patrols in Macrovi space. The borders are being watched. A ship the size of Lorne's is not something we can simply smuggle in. This was not the plan, not the intention. This is undermining. Yeah, reputation and trust is everything. Yep. Not giving up. I promise you get your alarm. Plans change. Goals remain the same. Now what? There are rules working for the Master. Protocols, bits of honor, were not meant to break. I promise you that one day you might meet the Master, truth be told. I never intended to keep that promise. After that spiel you just gave me about trust. Well, yeah. Until you get a direct statement in a lot of these shady organizations. Kind of the way it goes. Trust within a degree, Prince. These are strange times we're living in. Now, we're where we are now. Master has agreed to meet you in person at his home. There are things that must be said, revelations that must be revelated. We had hoped that Lorne would be the one to handle most of these, but times change. That's my offer, Carlos. I will take you to the Master and you'll learn exactly what's going on. Just be warned, if you accept our help, there's no going back. You'll be in this until victory or death. Yep. Let's see. So at this point, make sure, again, you got everything you can possibly want, ship-wise. You should already be there. Let's see, head space side. Okay. To Nadri. All right. Yeah, what are you worried about? Well, yeah, that's true. Like, everybody's after us right now. So, we'll just be good. See what happens. Oh, that is a horrible cockpit. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so to beat this monster, you gotta be looking for these things right down here. So this right here. I won't let us do anything yet. It's okay. There are multiples we're supposed to kill. I don't like that. The aiming's not doing real good. There we go. That's why. Yeah, now we can do some damage. The weird part is it won't let me freaking stay still even if I want to. Kind of weird. Oh, see what I'm saying? He just like pushed me out of the way. Which is weird because it doesn't look like the ship itself is moving. That is so weird. Oh, gotta make sure we're high enough here. Oh, really? Oh, geez, okay. Oh! Oh, and it won't let me click on the thing. Oh, no. There it is. Like we just gotta take a beating as we try and get all of these. There'll be more. Oh no! We're not doing good shield-wise, are we? Oh, okay, now it's down to the last bit here. Alright. Oh, shit. Come on. Well, it was a little funky, but we survived. Alright, there's the jump gate. Question is, where's the entrance? Which side is it? I think we got it. Let's see. Oh, that's so nice. Ooh, all kinds of crap in here. So the interesting part about flying through this area is it will take you through asteroids. So I would suggest, especially if you choose to jump into hyperspace mode, to keep it in free flight mode. Oh, ooh, I got the old blood pumping a little bit. Oh, what are you doing, you stupid thing? There we go. I like having my manual docking. All right. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You know, I got a standard. I always got to fix my ship, no matter what. So, but it's relatively easy. You just run up here, and we'll run into him. All right. Yeah, the Master's Sanctuary. Here we go.
Your family's like an electromagnet for hopeless causes, you know. You're drawn to them, endlessly, and somehow through sheer power you attract others. This was never my war. I wouldn't even have agreed to harbor you. But I have not been entirely honest with you, Cardos Speakerson. My debt to Lorne, and to your ancestor even, is deeper and greater than you could possibly know. Lorne should be the one telling you everything, but he's indisposed. And while I'm no Anak, or friend of the Union, or yourself, I feel wrong letting you head into all this unprepared. Yes, what is going on, Cardos? What is all this strangeness leading to? A rookie star chaser finds himself among the greatest of their number, and in the same breath that the consortium directly promotes him, they condemn him and turn him into public enemy number one. An ancient Baldan appears, with technology far beyond that of any race, assisted by beings no one has ever seen. And all the while, those old enough to remember him go strangely missing. And General Zet leaves you with cryptic words, promising that it will all make sense, so long as you stay loyal. Even the biggest of fools could see the workings of a grand conspiracy, but the truth is far, far more than you could imagine. I can't tell you, because you wouldn't believe me. All I can do is show you. Over to the podium, please. It's the black box, from the lead fighter of Gold 7.
Yeah, we already saw that, but we didn't see all of it. Category -100. What the hell is that? Yeah, we've seen all this. You can when they cut off the end, I think is what he said. Something to that effect. Yeah, here we go.
And now you know. The Union, your civilization, all of it serves a conspiracy, at the top of which sits the Rust Lords. Ah, but they're not always monsters the size of skyscrapers. The primordial star stuff they're made of is infinitely malleable. They're shapeshifters. They just never had much reason to shift shapes, not at first. But now, they can assume any form they wish. Government officials are their favorites, of course. All contemporaries and friends of Lorne, all dead for the crime of old sympathy. Take a seat, Speakerson. It's time you learn just why you're fighting.
Alrighty. As you know, the Rust Lords were the first species, the first form of life to ever exist in the universe. They were more than unmatched. They were completely and utterly alone. No storms, no war, just them and their mighty civilizations growing, expanding for billions of years. They unlocked the secrets of immortality, hyperspace, everything. But at the peak of their civilization, they couldn't go forward. Ascension into some higher form or being, next step, any step. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't do it. Their society stagnated, and the Rust Lords, realizing their end, decided to go out with a bang. Could you even imagine it? A war that spanned the universe, that split the sky, a suicide on the scale of existence itself. And the cosmic dust cleared, all but 3 remained, and 3 of them, standing amidst the universe-spanning corpse, of their empire stopped fighting. You see, in the millions of years it had taken them to annihilate everything, something else popped up. Other forms of life. Civilizations with fresh ideas, fresh experiences, being untainted by unascendance. And so they inserted themselves into those civilizations because they ruined their own. Why not ruin all of them, right? At first openly, then covertly, and finally they would simply create whole cultures themselves. Which of course leads to the Union. It was not a coincidence that those initial Ijuni and Baldwin scouts found one another. The Rust Lords have been your consortium since beginning. They have guided your civilization, nurtured its technological and social progress, and all the while built up a cabal of supporters and conspirators to keep themselves running. Thorn was one of those conspirators. He disagreed with the Rust Lords on many points, and they began to rightfully fear that he might rebel. Too smart and too important to simply kill, they instead trapped him in hyperspace, in a sort of hellish stasis, in the hopes of torturing him into compliance over the centuries. They expect him to meet his friends, or to learn the actual truth. The Union's right, you know. They never encountered ships like Lorne's, despite desperate men before. And with good reason. Lorne wasn't the first dissenter thrown into hyperspace, just like the Union's not the first society the Rust Lords created, but it's the only one still around. After all, what do Rust Lords do when they're tired of a civilization? Blow it up! Would be my guess. Yeah, 1,000 dead empires, yeah, sooner or later. Yep. They think it's boredom. The Rust Lords are hedonists. Their extreme forms leading them to seek extreme experiences. Perhaps they simply think the worlds they built up simply can no longer give them anything. Jeez. Perhaps it's something we'll never know, but they do, Jesus. Well, the Union's not unique in that aspect. Sorry, folks, I am just having issues today. How many people know their existence? They can casually, enough of them, they casually ordered your death and placed a $50 million bounty on your head. Nobody batted an eye, because everybody's greedy. Yeah, they murdered galactic leaders and even sons easily. The number of those in the conspiracy is not as extensive as you might think, but it controls the Union without question. But only the Rust Lords themselves have the power to wipe out the Union. Destroy them and you take out the immediate threat. The conspiracy, well, that's another problem for another day. A problem in the first place. Yeah, how did they survive all this time? Now, the race gained immortality before the stars of Croft even formed. More than immortality, they conventionally indestructible. Their great war would not have been so extreme otherwise. It took weapons that shadow reality to put a dent in them. Are we supposed to beat them? Yeah, this is not my war. I'm a third party. Yeah, criminal neutrality. How funny. I would like to see this galactic priest, if only for the sake of my own ego, but whatever plan exists, it's Lorne's. All he can do is help us for a night. Yeah, see, they could take a form of virginity. You could cut that genuinity up and you wouldn't know the difference. So they can copy people down to the molecular level. Wow. Once upon a time, it was my job to know. I was always an astronomer, not one doing it for the sake of his own infamy. I don't know. The events that took place there have taken its toll on him, and he will not speak of them. I was always less an ally to Lorne and more of an information broker. With prior history, when I knew him centuries ago, he was a jovial and committed man. Now, he's cold and angry. So it's like, what are the lifespans of the humans in this? And aliens, it sounds like everybody's 200-300 years old. If you want answers, yeah, okay. But the Union's elevated you into an elite star chaser position far too fast. Yeah, I am still not quite sure why we're so important. When your convoy's destruction was past an accident, but they have their eye on you. Yeah, saw him in the memory. Yeah, The head dude's interested in us, which is not good. There's a Union fleet out for your blood, and it's inconvenient. Okay. We don't know where he is. He refuses to tell me. The only thing he said was that if you could reach Baldwin Space, he could get in contact with you. Because the Union's looking for you here in macro systems, yeah. Oh, okay, alright. That didn't make a lot of sense, so I didn't read it. Thank you for that, by the way. I can't stand rivals. Okay.
We need to find a way to smuggle you out of macro space without the Union catching on, but they'll be looking for you everywhere. In a few hours, yes, but Bastic, very dangerous and heavily watched.
Good point.
I believe we have our solution. Speakerson, I'm giving you one of my fighters and one of my convoys to take through Bastic to the other side, to Baldwin Space. Carrion, accompany him.
Yep.
I run ships along that route all the time. You don't know the way, so it's dangerous, but so is any other option. This is my service to you. I owe you a meeting with Lorne, but the best I can do is get you to Baldwin Space and give you a ship that can reach it. From here on out, we're even. Talk to Carrion in the meantime. I feared you might take some more convincing. I prepared these stations for you, excerpts and information stolen from the consortium themselves. You're free to read them. They might contextualize your position.
Stonework added to the garage. Let's see. Yep. We need to... play around with our ships. Let's see. No, wrong button. Yep. Alright, so that's our current ship. Our current ship's got better stats, except for the weapons. It gets 2 C8s, 2 C9s, 2 C10s, 1 heavy. Ooh-wee. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to... Oh, and we got stuff. More weapons are given to us. Oh, so if you didn't have enough money for everything, you now will, because these things are almost 21, or, yeah, 421. Let's see. When it comes to decking your ship out, no hard points open. We've class 10. We're rolling class 6s and 7s. You see, what I always look for is the fire rate. Anyways, when we come back, we'll be all geared up, ready to go. We'll go to Lorne in the next episode, and we'll have a new ship. So, keep your heads down, your ships of doom up, and I'll see you again real damn soon.